Okay, when I spoke about a year and a half ago, there was a split of authority where there's a conflict in the statute, Dodd-Frank. One section of the statute defines a whistleblower as someone who reports to the SEC. Another provision of the statute, which talks about the anti-retaliation provisions for firing someone, implies that a whistleblower is someone who engages in whistleblowing activity, which includes reporting wrongdoing. So about 3 or 4 years ago, more than that, 5 years ago, the Fifth Circuit, in a case called Asadi, said, no, you have to read the statute literally, in a vacuum, and a whistleblower is only someone who goes to the SEC first. And the lower courts split. A few courts followed Asadi, but the great majority of the courts said, no, that doesn't make sense. First of all, the underlying purpose of Sarbanes-Oxley and Dodd-Frank was that Sarbanes had some loopholes. Dodd-Frank was supposed to strengthen them. Secondly, one of the Dodd-Frank provisions was to strengthen the protections of someone who did whistleblowing. And how can you strengthen their protections and then say, well, we strengthen your protections, but you're not protected, which to me made no sense. So what the courts were looking at were what's called Chevron deference, which means the SEC came right out and said, wait a minute, you can't read the statute the way Asadi's reading it. There's a conflict. If there is a conflict, then the right way to interpret it to make the statute harmonious is to say if someone goes to the company first or to another agency first, that's still whistleblowing activity.